Good afternoon, this is Bob Iaccino coming to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago, talking currencies, talking about the yen. Decent week for the yen, finished virtually unchanged, up 0.2. We had a low today of 89.95 on the futures, high today of about 90.44 for the week again, and we're up 0.2. And factory data came out today in Japan. Industrial output fell for the third straight month. There's been pretty much mixed data lately. We had a down 0.1. So 0.1% fall in month-over-month factory orders versus an estimation of plus 0.2%. June was down 1.8% and May was up 0.2%. For over the last 3 months, you've had some pretty weak factory data falling over and over again. August is expected to jump 5.6%, and then September is expected to jump 0.2. But of course, we had 3 straight misses. We could miss on those again. Tokyo CPI came out last night as well. Now, Japan's one of the only countries that has a national CPI and then a prefecture or a city area, metropolitan area CPI, and that's because 11% of the population in Japan lives in Tokyo, and about 68% of the workforce is employed within the Tokyo city limits. That particular CPI beat expectations, came out at up 0.9% versus an expectation of up 0.1%. So that's usually seen as kind of a precursor to the national CPI. Last week, we got the national CPI for the previous month, and that came out kind of flat, really no movement there at an up 0.8%. So it looks like the Bank of Japan is going to at least stand pat on rates if that again is a leading indicator. Tokyo City CPI beat, but didn't beat by much. Now the dollar was stronger this week, and actually the Japanese yen being the second largest sector or representative in that dollar index, which is what most people gauge with what the dollar did for the day or week. It's interesting that that was flat and the dollar was up so much. Japanese did agree to purchase $2.1 billion in military equipment from the U.S., so that takes a little bit of the yen off the market, gets turned into dollars, and then gets put into this particular defense project. So that could be part of the reason we were flat in the end of today. We did have a rally up earlier in the day off of some of that sort of average to decent data that I mentioned, and then we fell off in toward the end of the day to finish just down about 0.3%. This is Bob Iaccino talking Japanese yen futures from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.